That's right, to bring the ribs out.
Yeah.
This is, if you join me on the 15th of November, this is something that I'm serving as as an appetizer to start with for our beer tasting.
Oh.
We're going to Carolina, and what that means is, unlike other barbecue sauces that are tomato-based, Carolina barbecue sauce is mustard and vinegar-based.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
If we go to Kentucky, they use mayonnaise in their barbecue sauce, so there's so many different ways.
Okay.
Now, I have some Dijon mustard, and you asked me in the break, what is the difference?
Because I thought it was brown mustard, and you said, no, it's Dijon.
It's Dijon, and the difference is that Dijon mustard has wine as its base and liquid to bring back those dry mustard seeds.
And it looks smoother than brown mustard.
Exactly. Now you can get the same thing. Now I'm adding some apple cider vinegar here. You can get the same thing in grainy when the Dijon comes.
And that's white? Because I thought apple cider vinegar was always like red.
And it depends.
Okay.
It depends. This is apple cider vinegar, and that has been filtered a little bit more than the one that has just been raw.
Okay.
And that's why we call raw apple cider.
Okay.
We mix this together, and we let this come to a simmer. Meanwhile, if you go to Carolina and you have the classic, they always use the yellow mustard. Why is that? Because 1/3 of that mustard is turmeric. So I'm adding some of that turmeric in here.
Into your sauce.
Into my sauce with the Dijon mustard. I get the flavor of Dijon, but I still have the turmeric in there as well.
That's a wonderful color.
And then it becomes this beautiful yellow. Then a little bit of paprika, a little bit of chili powder, and not much because they're not so much for spice, and some granulated garlic. This recipe is online, fox6now.com, and you go to Feker's Kitchen. First wake up, then Feker's Kitchen.
Okay.
There's your sauce. There's your barbecue sauce.
Now I gotta ask you, what do you know about Carolina?
Say what?
I know, I was just like barbecue.
I love food. It doesn't matter how I'm influenced, but I love food.
Yeah.
And that's why I go anywhere possible and I travel. That's why, for example, my brunch is a global approach to brunch and food combined.
I would say so.
Baked beans, home-baked beans, okay? And baked beans, that means that you create a bean mixture and you bake it. A lot of sugar has been put into regular baked beans. This is Wisconsin maple syrup. So I use sweetness, but coming from a natural source, and it would complement and give you that beautiful smoky flavor.
That's
then
nice.
what we're going to do is we're going to take some of this barbecue sauce over this. We mop this, and that's what we call mopping, and that's going to go back in the oven for about 5 minutes. It's going to crust up, and then it's going to go on your plate. So with the help of television, everybody try to imagine.
Okay.
We went to the oven.
Okay.
We're back out. Now this beauty is going to go right here, and look how it's falling apart. This is going to sit here, and then we're going to add a little bit of parsley. There it is.
There it is, but interesting, it doesn't have a tomato base whatsoever, and it is barbecue. So you're going to North Carolina on the 15th.
Absolutely. Barbecue is a concept and a technique of cooking. It is not the sauce. And the sauce is called barbecue sauce. Why are you oh, you're mopping?
I thought you said something about mopping.
Yeah, but I meant that, could you mop my ribs with that?
Wait, come
Here,
over.
go ahead, mop my ribs with that, baby.
I don't think I've seen Sean work this hard before, so let's
This
get it
is true.
This is on camera. You guys,
yeah, my wife would be excited to see this.
This is amazing.
This is amazing.
I can use that tool in my kitchen.
I know. Did you know he was funny?
He's amazing, of
Yeah,
course. I think he's a comedian on this side. Hello, real Milwaukee.
Hello, guys. Sean is very funny. We could actually throw some things on our floor.
Our floor is pretty dirty over here.
Yeah, Sean, we need a little help.
Keep going.